So several years back, I did a short video series about the major inhabited islands of the Bahamas, and I thought that I would add an update covering various islands and the things about them that you should know. Also, I know that your island does fishing and scuba diving. We all do. The islands of the Bahamas, Northern Bahamas, Bimini, top food. So I want to say Bimini bread, which is the whitest bread. Like if bread can clog arteries, it's this bread. However, apparently Bimini people also like to eat something called corn pudding. I'm sorry, Inagro, but this is the best kept secret in the Bahamas. Some would say that's for the best. Top site to visit. Things to visit: the Fountain of Youth, Bimini Road, which some claim is the ruins of the mythical Atlantis. Basically, if it sounds made up, you could probably find it in Bimini. Grand Bahama. Top food. You know, it used to be Pizza Hut, but the Lord has redeemed us as a nation, and now we have a Pizza Hut in New Providence. Well, we have two Pizza Hut in New Providence. People in Grand Bahama think they food better than everybody else food in the country. They just brag that they KFC tastes better, they Chinese food tastes better, and then they always run on about pizza patties or something. You know what? I'm just going to say their top food is probably flour pop. Yeah, put it on the board. Now it's canon. Top export. Gals with 12 bundles in their hair and standards that are just too high to drive on Nassau Street without touching the power lines. I don't know one ugly gal from Grand Bahama. It's probably like a mutation because of the Focal facility. But all of them got high standards. I tall, but I ain't Grand Bahama tall. What you mean you live with your parents, but you 16? Top site to visit. The international. Can you visit the shipyard? Because that's open, right? Oh, Pepper Pot. You have to go to Pepper Pot. If you are in Grand Bahama, visit Pepper Pot. Abaco. Top food. I made the mistake of trying to figure out what is the top food in Abaco by going to Bahamas.com. And according to the Ministry of Tourism's website, the Bahamas' most famous drink, the GOOMBAY Smash, was invented in Abaco. The what? When did y'all vote on this being the most famous Bahamian drink? The Bahama Mama don't count? I'm sure that Switcher is more famous than that. Water is a more famous Bahamian beverage. Top export. Crawfish, boats, because they do boat building. So also niggas who is take your girl because they have a boat and you don't have no boat. Even though you know people from Get Island, there's build boat too, but you can't afford no boat because where you gonna put the boat? You ain't got even no place to put the boat. Top site to visit. The lighthouse. I mean, but technically, if you want to take a picture of it, you can't go to it. You have to be like, you have to stand away from it. So it's like 100 feet in that direction. Oh, also they got like 6 national parks. So if you've outgrown the pigeon and the chicken because you're too good for Nassau birds, then, you know, they have some national parks in Abaco. The Berry Islands. Top food. I don't know. I am tempted very strongly to say berries, but I'm 1,000% that is probably incorrect. I'm probably thinking of the gummy bears. If you're from the berries, what is the food that people have to try when they visit there? All right. They're big on sports fishing in the Berry Islands. They catch like tuna and king mackerel. So I assume that their top export is 99 cents breakfast. Top site to visit. The top place to visit in the Berry Islands is Little Stirrup Key. No? It's private? Great Stirrup Key. It's a great place to... No. It's owned by Norwegian Cruises. Okay, all right. Little Whale Key. Cistern Key is... Central Bahamas. Andros. Top food. Crab. Top export. Crab. Also, woman who is drink Guinness and fight in the road. You ain't ever gonna get your head punch off from no Andros woman. Top site to visit. Henry Morgan's Cave, named after one of the most notorious pirates that ever lived. Is this cave where he hid his treasure? Only if the treasurer is helping to sustain a local economy by supporting sustainable tourism and paying native tour guides. Then, yes, then that is the treasure. New Providence. Top food. Dirtiest. It's dirtiest. Dirtiest is the top one. Top export. Nothing. I don't think we have a top export. New Providence is like a collapsing sun. It's dark and it's hot, with a gravitational pull refusing to let go of anything. And the only thing that may escape its orbit are NASA-centric national policies. Is that good? Is that a good one? Top site to visit. Well, New Providence is a small island. It's only 19 by 7 miles. Y'all know locals ain't allowed in the last 3 miles. Only if you wake out there. The best places to visit in New Providence are all of the liberated African settlements. They have the best culture, the best food. They also are what is mostly referred to as the inner city and the number one place to get shot while playing backgammon. So, just don't play any board games while you're there. Eleuthero. Top food. Pineapple tart. I know. It could not be more cliche for somebody to be like, pineapple tart is the top food from Eleuthero. That's like somebody from Nassau saying that our island's dish is gunshot salad. But yes, I have been told it is pineapple tart. So if that is incorrect, let me know in the comments. Top export. The top export of Eleuthero is pineapples, science, and Lenny Kravitz. Eleuthero supplies the world with 100% of its Lenny Kravitzes. Top site to visit. They have inland blue holes that the residents swim in because they do not respect the laws of God. The glass window bridge, which I was confused when I first saw it and realized that it was not made of glass. And they have pink sand beaches, which honestly sounds like a drink. Is that a drink? That has to be a drink. It sounds like a type of rattler or something. EXUMA. Top food. I want to say onions, but you can't eat onion raw unless you're from Auckland. Anyway, I was told by somebody from EXUMA that I should say potato bread and fried snapper. And while I've never heard of that, if it's not a thing, it should be a thing. Top site to visit. Now, I know if you go to EXUMA, you really want to see the swimming pigs, but what you should do is you should go find the Royal Plantation. The one that he left for his slaves, the ones that rebelled when he tried to move them off the island and sell them. I don't think he had much of a choice. Cat Island. Top food. Flour cake, which tastes way better than it sounds. Top export. While they do not practice obeah, I'm going to say that their top export is obeah. All I'm saying is, if you're walking in Cat Island, don't pick up any rock, bottle, stick, paper, mounds of dirt, eggs, stray animals that you may encounter in Cat Island. Interestingly enough, no cats. Top site to visit. The old railroad, underground caves, the Hermitage, that's also the highest point in the country, the horse-eating monster in the Blue Hole by Orange Creek. Regular family fun. Rum Key. Top food. I want to say rum, but that's only out of laziness. I'm sure that it's not true. You know what? Hold on. Okay, I'm just going to say rum. Listen, if you know, just please tell us if you know what Rum Key is known for. Top site to visit. According to one of the Ministry of Tourism's websites, if you can get there, the Hartford Cave has wall art drawn by the Lucayans. So, that actually sounds very interesting. San Salvador. Their top export is people who insist that they are the real San Salvador and not Cat Island. I'm going to say that the top export for San Salvador is neocolonialism. Top site to visit. You can visit the Stone Cross, where they believe Columbus made landfall. And while there, you can leave some flowers for all the indigenous people who would die as a result of that. Or you could go see their lakes and ponds. And let's be honest, it's probably a better use of your time. Southern Bahamas. Long Island. Top food. So let me tell you what I know about Long Island. I honestly don't know. Top export. Heartbreak and people named Knowles. Top site to visit. Dean's Blue Hole. It's a fun place to take pictures and then get back in your car and find a safer water feature to swim in. Auckland's top food. All right, so Auckland's people are so secretive. I don't think they would tell you what their special food is. Like, they will look you in the eye and tell you all they ever eat growing up was cold grits and sweet potato with lard. So you know what? Put it on the board. That's what it is. Top export. Cheap men and bark from trees that grow all over the Southern Islands, but they refuse to tell anybody how much they're selling it for to the Italians just so they can control the market price. Top site to visit. The top site to visit in Auckland would be the airport to get back to Nassau. I'm joking. There are a bunch of Lucayan settlements and caves. If you can convince a local that you are not trying to steal their dirt or rocks, they might take you there to see it. Crooked Island. Top food. Y'all know Crooked Island people and Auckland's people is the same people, right? The island is separated by a small, shallow lagoon. Cold grits. I'm going to put cold grits again. Put it on the board. If I'm wrong, prove it. Go ahead, Crooked Island people. Tell me, what is it that you eat? Top site to visit. They have the first post office in the country at Landrill Point. And the rumor is that even though it's been closed down for many, many years, they are just as efficient at safely delivering your mail as the post office in Town Center Mall. Ragged Island, top food. Once again, I do not know everything. So if you know what the descendants of Ragged Island like to eat, please let me know. Top export. The top export for Ragged Island is solar power production because the government made that promise to them after the hurricane to make sure that no, Ragged Island is a green island now. What you mean only in green is the bush. Top site to visit. Ragged Island, like EXUMA and Berry Islands and Abaco, is not one island. It's a series of small islands. So if you really hate people and you're like, I want to be alone on a beach and you own a boat, then this is the place for you. Meguana. Top food. Seafood, but I'm specifically going to say conch. And their conch is mature conch. Like the conch we used to be getting is be on TikTok and don't know how to make peas and grits. These conch from Meguana, these mature conch, financially stable, have their own car, responsible adult conch. Top export. Whatever you could put on the Lady Matilda. Top site to visit. There's a well dug by pirates and it's called Pirates Well. Inagua. Top food. Legally, they have food that you could only get in Inagua. But once again, if we are talking about legal food that you could eat from Inagua, there's this woman by the airport. She sell breakfast. Top export. Salt. And not salty donkey bungie, as I may have previously stated. Top site to visit. Get someone to take you out of Matthewtown and go see some flamingos and unspoilt nature. Why? You like that? Well then, you should head over to my Ko-fi store where I have just put in the audiobook version of 7 get-rich schemes the government doesn't want you to know about just because the plans are slightly unethical and borderline criminal. It's a comedy book that you can listen to while you're in your car or running or, I don't know, in the middle of a court case. Basically anywhere where it might be too awkward to pull out a physical book. So head over to my Ko-fi page, Ko-fi shop. The link is in the description. And check out the audiobook. Until next time, badat.